If you have ever had valerian root tea, oh my god, you know, you can smell it right now, can't you? This bag is not doing anything. It's not doing anything for the scent that is coming out of this box.
Just in case you thought that was a typo, no, I did not want to write it smells like a foot. I wanted to write it smell like a foot. Gross.
I'm putting this in Mylar because every time I open a cabinet, it's real. What is that? This is great for helping you relax and kind of get a little drowsy, a little sleepy, but oh my god, please leave it in Mylar. It is so stinky.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning. New day, new shrunken hairstyle. Still going, still liking the hair. I'm really tired this morning, but my cat needs cat food, and she is a very finicky eater, and they changed the formula, and so even her food that she eats, the only food she eats, she doesn't want to eat it sometimes, so it's just a whole ordeal. So here we go. Always an adventure. Hopefully the places that I have not been to in the past 3 weeks or so are stocked again, so let's just whew. Hello folks, coming to you live from the porch. We pause the cat who needs to be outside and yells. Oh, if she cannot be outside. You see, this is what I'm talking about, nature. On this little ball right here, there's a, let me show you. I hold the cat. The cat's right here. This little lizard is right here. I'm not gonna let her see him because, yeah, she will, I don't need her killing him right now. You don't need to kill nobody. You don't need to do any killing. Don't choose violence today, kitty. So I was out here trying to fortify the wood holder. I didn't want the metal bars to like bend if I put wood in it. So, 'cause these are pretty big logs and they're kind of heavy. So I've been putting these stones underneath, mostly the perimeter. Internally, I got some in place, but I'm gonna put a few more in. But while I was trying to put the stones in, I saw this. Look at this. I'm gonna try to show you without disturbing him too much. But wow, this is a huge, this is my hand for, just for comparison, but look. This is the most unique looking butterfly moth thing I've ever seen. I guess it's a butterfly, but whoa, he's like, dude, you're freaky looking. I like it. I love unconventional things. And you are yet another one of them that I have stumbled upon. Hello. I will not disturb you for very long. You can stay as long as you like. You see, this butterfly gets it. He's out of the way. I don't need to do anything up there. You know, I'm working down here. He's good. He's good. He or they. You're good. We are going to continue to just put a few more blocks or pieces of these little pavers. And I just want to create a barrier so things can't crawl in there once we have wood stacked. I'm going to look for a piece of wood that will fit across here too. I think. We'll see. Be great. Be great. I will perhaps see you when I come back over here next. I hope you don't get eaten. Pups. That's what she do all day. That's what she does. That's what she does all day. Okay. All right. So before I sweat anymore, I'm bringing in a little bit of chard, a little bit of bok choy. I think I'm gonna stir fry this and put it with some noodles or something. Maybe I'll have it for lunch. There's still ants on here. Need to get off. I also have 1 baby carrot, and of course the radish that I showed you earlier. So you know what? Not bad. Oh, and I have to clip this cucumber. Let me get this cucumber. And I will lay out my bounty for you. I picked some leaves off and they died. I could have eaten them. I'm so mad. All right, so for today's roundup, we've got 1 cucumber, 1 radish, a few leaves of chard, a few leaves of bok choy, and 1 baby carrot. Not bad. I'm gonna eat this today because these do not stay fresh for very long. There are no preservatives. There's no insecticide or pesticide. My shit is as organic as I can get it. I don't know what's actually in some of the fertilizers, I guess down to the nitty gritty, but it's about the best we're gonna be able to do right now, right? Okay, so cool. Yay! I'll show you the meal I put together with this so you can see it. So stay tuned. Well, it'll be later, but it'll be quick for you, not for me. See y'all soon. Exhibit A, praying mantis. I just walk outside and oftentimes I walk outside and there's this, and that is the reaction because something that I did not know was right there is right there. Last time it happened over here. There was a lizard right there. And I was just peering out, just looking out at the nature. There's our chicken coop. And I was like, There's a, what is that called? Dragonfly. There's always something. There's my wooden project I'm working on. I'll let you know how it goes. I don't know if it's gonna be a thing yet. This thing just freaks me out. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. Bye. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, let me stand somewhere central to where nothing can attack me. So, great news. The insurance company is going to pay for the entire roof to be replaced. Oh, I'm so happy because it was going to cost close to $10,000. I don't want to pay that. So we don't have to pay that. We have to pay the deductible. I think I'm going to try and repair some of the boards on the porch here. And then we can like screen or paint and then screen. I heard something. He's crawling. Look. Oh my God. It's crazy. If anybody ever want to come at me for being thirsty or thirst trapping in a sports bra during the month of July in the state of Georgia, I'm gonna need you to just... On my chair, actually, there's a rocking chair right there for you. Sit down. It's fucking hot. All right, I'm hanging out inside. It's hot outside. I've done a little bit out there, but I'm just like, I'm gonna hang out in here where it's nice and cool. Random, not so random thought, actually. It's not so random. I was watching a video about how this hashtag on TikTok is like super popular. I don't know if it's a hashtag or it's a search. I'm not on TikTok. I am anti-TikTok, anti-AF. I'm just not with TikTok. I'm not. And you know what? After what they did to Iniko, it just further cemented my I'm not with TikTok-ness. It just cemented it. Anyway, but TikTok still infiltrates my world, which is interesting. It's like, TikTok is like Beyonce. It doesn't matter if you don't like her or if you don't listen to her music, she will enter your life. She will enter every chat you are in, whether you like it or not. I digress. I was watching this, video, and it was talking about how on TikTok, there's this popular search, which the search phrase, I guess, is I look ugly without makeup. And it's like, really popular search. It's a very popular search. And so I'm just like, every day I feel more and more like I'm just in the Twilight Zone. I really do. And I was just like, you know what, people, you're young and impressionable. And so it's not gonna click for you. Even though we all know what's going on here, it's not gonna click for you if you're younger because everything is heightened and everything just feels stronger and more, you know, more important than it really is. And I can say that as someone who's almost 40, looking back on their life as a 15-year-old or an 18-year-old, you know, everything was just so important back then. It didn't matter how small it was super important. And, you know, even like vanity, you know, it was a big deal. So it's hard to kind of shake it, but I need everyone to know that the world is catfishing you. You're not ugly. You are not delusional. The world is catfishing the fuck out of you at every moment. Turn on any of your devices to watch TV, they're catfishing you. Pull up any of your timelines, they're catfishing you. Magazines, billboards, storefronts. Hell, the McDonald's advertisement, the Big Mac, that's not ketchup. That's not ketchup, and that ain't mustard. That's not even mayo. Not in that commercial, no it isn't. You've been catfished at every moment of your life and you don't realize it all the time. And now that we have social media, now that we have Facetune, which allows you to Facetune and BodyTune, nobody knows how to discern what is a real person and what is, you know, what is perfect and what is like obviously tweaked, enhanced, filtered, whatever. Facetune, BodyTune. So, and I mean, there's tons of videos out there where people are saying the same thing. You're not crazy. The world is making you crazy because they're showing you perfection every which way. So you feel like crap when you just look normal. And it's one of the reasons why I don't use filters in my videos. You're not gonna see my skin change. You know, the light, like in the natural lighting here, like, yeah, it looks like I have a nice skin maybe. But if I come up here, you can see my blemish. You can see my pores, hopefully. My pores are very large around here, you know. I have hyperpigmentation, which you can see it if I kind of shield my face from the sunlight. You see me looking crazy on here, and that's because crazy is normal. Okay, well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say crazy. I'm trying not to say crazy because it's really a bad way to describe something. I'll say I look a little wild. I look like a little wild thing in the morning when I first wake up. But I don't want people, we all talk about how everyone's is fake in the world. Everybody's so fake and nobody is showing their real self. People who say that, some of the people that I see who say things like that are using filters in their videos. I'm like, I see your skin change. I see no pores, and then I see that scar that you have. I see no pores, and then I see that blemish. And I see no pores. Oh, actually you do have pores. You know, and so I'm just really tired of all these people. A lot of people who say, oh, everyone's so fake, social media is so fake. You are part of the problem a lot of times. If you're using a filter all the time, you are part of the fucking problem. So why don't you stop? If everyone's like, everyone just uses filters, I don't use filters. If everyone actually did that, nobody would be using filters. But everybody's using filters. And it's just obnoxious. And I understand why. Because it sometimes I see myself on camera and I'm like, ooh, don't ever get that close to the camera ever again. Because all your stuff is showing and it's not cute. It's not. It's not. But at the same time, I need people to see how real I am so that they don't do that thing where they go, oh, there's yet another YouTuber who is doing, you know, YouTube because they look perfect. If they're getting good views, it's because they look perfect, you know, or they got some work done. You know, I don't want to enhance that sentiment in the world. I don't want people to come here thinking that I'm perfect, thinking I have no insecurities. It's taking me years to sit in front of the camera like this with my scars showing. I would never do that before. It was just a no. It was a no-go for me. And so I have a certain level of confidence in myself now that just says, I don't care. I don't fucking care. There's no such thing as perfection. You're beautiful when you wake up in the morning. Yeah, your breath might stink a little bit, but you're still beautiful. You're still beautiful. And imperfections really help us relate to other people without, you know, doing that thing where we're like, oh gosh, another perfect person I can't sit next to because, you know, I just feel totally insecure about myself. So I want you to see my blemishes. I want you to see my fucking crow's feet when I smile. I want you to see my smile lines. I want you to see that there's no need to feel inadequate when you come to my channel. That doesn't mean you may not feel it anyway, because maybe I'm thinner or whatever, or maybe you think that, you know, my hair is easier to do or whatever. Some people may think that. That's not something I can control. What I can control is you seeing me authentically as I am. And so, you know, I just don't understand how we now have the ability to see people in their base state. Even Kim tried it. She's been trying for years and she succeeded for years. But now Lori then came for that ass and she showed people that little scar mark because she didn't have the same facelift. She's like, girl, you can't, I'm gonna clock you because you can't, you're not lying no more. And that's where we are. Even though we're at this place where nobody can hide, you can't hide anymore, because there are experts out there and there are people getting this work done who know the telltale signs and they know what to look for. So nowadays we can't even hide from it anymore and say, oh no, this is natural. I just eat really well, and you know, and I just get my little facial. You're getting fucking Botox, you're getting filler, and you're getting a facelift and a lip. You're getting all this stuff done and you ain't hiding no more. And so I'm grateful for people who can call it out for what it is, because we need to see that, because for so long we have been getting catfished, right? So that being said, we're calling out these people, these celebrities, and yet the problem still persists. People are still feeling like crap, because now it doesn't even matter if they've gotten the work done. The point is they look good and I don't feel like I'm pretty enough. I don't feel good without makeup on. I don't feel good if I don't have my hair done, if I don't have my lashes, if I don't have my nails. You know, I call my hands, you know, manly hands, because I don't have 2.5 inch long acrylics on. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Like, what does that even mean? Just stop saying that about yourself, number one. Stop saying, oh, I got to get these man hands done because I need some acrylics. Because no, bitch, you wasn't born with no acrylics. Acrylics are not a prerequisite to being a woman, to being feminine, to being, it's not. Stop. The sooner we can stop saying dumb shit like that, the better off we'll all be. But I say all this to say the problem still persists, even though we have the ability to see that the emperor is wearing no clothes. The problem is still there. So how do we get rid of it? I think it's up to all of the people who are trying to show an authentic, you know, part of themselves to the world. And I guess that's the way we kind of start. I don't have the answer. I wish I did, because it's sad. Like, there are people who are like, I'm ugly without makeup. I'm like, no, you're not ugly without makeup. Makeup was meant to make occasions unforgettable and to kind of freeze that moment in time and be like, ooh, you were beautiful on that day. But every day you don't have to be like this perfect, you know, rendition of yourself. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I think there should be a focus on just trying to, you know, work on your skincare and get your skin in order. And it's easier said than done. I had acne and it bothered me a lot. It was one of the biggest, you know, things that I was insecure about. And the skin stuff, you know, this was a big one too, you know, keloid scar that I have on my shoulder. And so I understand where you're coming from. My acne was not it. And I know how I felt. I remember how I felt. And so, you know, I would say spend your money on skincare as opposed to makeup, because you can get to a place where all you need is a little bit of powder, a little bit of mascara, a little bit of, you know, a little bit of lippy, and you're good, and you will feel like $1,000,000. But spending all the money on the makeup is just going to be temporary, because as soon as you take it off, if you're feeling ugly, then that means, hey, let's work on our skincare. Let's just work on our skin. Now, maybe you have features that only makeup can help you feel good about. And if that's the case, then I have to humbly say, yes, I want you to wear the makeup, because I don't want to be one of those people that's like, you should just love yourself. Some people don't love certain features that they have, and it's a result of conditioning, but there ain't nothing you can do about it. The conditioning has happened, the damage has been done. You can try and work on it, but it may not go away. I know it may not fix itself. You may not be able to fix it, and that's okay. If you do what you got to do at the end of the day, but let's recognize that there is no such thing as perfection, and that people online are not what they seem. And let's just be kinder to ourselves, because We've always been the way that we have always been. We've always looked the way we looked without ugly without makeup. That's always been the case. What's changed is that you're seeing all these other people who want you to believe that they're really gorgeous and beautiful and perfect without makeup on, but they're not. They're not. The filters, doing their makeup to have the no makeup look. It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. The world is trying to make you insane. So, you're not ugly. The world is catfishing you. All right. Hello, folks. So, I thought I would film this little process that I do that involves, if you thought that was a brownie, you failed. I'm sorry. It is raw African black soap. I like to make this into like a liquid soap, and I put it in a little pump, and then I can just like pump out, you know, a nice liquid syrupy soap instead of having to like lather with a bar all the time. This is fine, but you know how it gets. It gets all gunky and gel-like, and then, you know, it's just kind of messy. I try to turn it into a liquid which will work a little bit better. So first, I'm just gonna like chop this up. This is an old knife that's just too dull for bread, but it works just fine for like arts and crafts and stuff. So I'm gonna chop this up real fine. I have heated up some water, and then I'm just gonna basically kind of mix hot water with this in a bowl, let it sit, and then this will start to liquefy. And then we will have a nice little liquid hand soap or body soap or whatever. I use it for my face too. I use it for everything. So let's get this chopped up. Oftentimes, not this one because this is a bread knife, but for some that are chef knives, it's so that you can actually like, you can just kind of, you know, up and down, as opposed to bop, 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 bop. I think it's a little bit safer. I think that's the reason why. I could have just made that up. I don't even know. It makes sense to me though. It makes sense. And look, it works so nicely. Look how quickly I chopped it. All right, so it's been like 20 minutes or so. We have a lot of liquid. There's still some chunks of black soap left at the bottom here, but I am now going to pour. I have a funnel on top, but you can't see it that well, so let me slide it back here. So basically, what I did was I pressed all of the chunks that were remaining down into the bowl so that they wouldn't come into this funnel when I pour it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this liquid that's in here, and then I'm going to add more hot water and make some more, because it's just not really melting down. I think it's melted down as much as it will. So we're going to basically pour this in here. Ooh. And you're going to rinse and repeat. Nice. I don't want it watered down. I want it highly concentrated. And then we're going to keep going. All right, so we have our next batch. I'm going to pour this in. Ooh, looks like I'm going to fill it up. I'm going to leave some space for the top, so. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Here's what I made. This is a giant pearl pasta, or like giant couscous salad almost. You can eat it cold or hot. And I have chopped spinach, carrot, turnips, roasted carrots,
roasted chard and bok choy chopped up as well with some garlic. It's got a little lemon juice in it. It is really delicious. And so this is how I use those veggies. So I use my one-off veggies that are ready here and there in meals like this. Like they're great to supplement other things. And I added carrots to it because I only have those 2 tiny baby carrots. But this is so good. This is so good.
Not sure if y'all can see it. I'm gonna try and get you a little closer. But if you can look in the center, there are persimmons coming in. These 3 trees right here. So this one, this little skinny one here. That's the tree with the persimmons on it, right there. And then there's actually one next to it. There's a couple of them. But anyway, I hope that I can enjoy these this season. They were going kind of bad in August, late August, early September. So hopefully we should start to see them kind of fall when they're starting to ripen. And so I'm gonna get my ladder. I'm gonna come out here with my ladder. Hope it's tall enough. I don't even know yet. And we're gonna try and harvest them. I think they're gonna be really good because they were tasting really nice at the end of this season. When they were getting a little soft and mushy on the inside, but they were really sweet. So hopefully. And then there's muscadine grapes that are also, they're all up in the trees, all up and down this whole driveway. So those are gonna start falling too. And once we can see them, if we can get a ladder and reach them, we're gonna get those too. So yeah, I hopefully we gonna have some fruit soon. To be continued. And that's it for today. I decided I'm gonna light some Santa Paula. I'm gonna take a bath. Santa Paula smells so beautiful. Oh, it smells divine. Definitely get some if you haven't smelled it. I decided to wash my hair as well. I did another wash and go, so that was nice. Easy breezy day. But thanks again for watching. I always appreciate you all for viewing my content. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be seeing y'all again soon. I'm cranking out the vlog, so one's coming up shortly. I'm gonna go take a nap, so I'm gonna go night-night. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.